Miner is one of the best win conditions in the game, and if you think otherwise, then you are probably a mid-ladder menace and this is probably your deck. Although Miner is one of the best win conditions, he is one of, if not the hardest to use correctly. He is also used in some of the highest skilled decks in the game, like Miner Poison, Miner Rocket, and Loon Cycle. Him being so high skilled and hard to use is probably why a lot of beginners think he's bad, because, quote, he does no damage. Well, in today's video, I am going to be showing you the basics of Miner Poison so you can start destroying your mid-ladder opponents. So let's get started. Before we start, this video does not cover Miner Loon. Although there are some aspects that are similar, that I feel like they're different enough to the point where I'm not going to cover them in this video. Don't worry, Miner Loon fans, I will be covering it in a future video, so subscribe to if you want to see that. But now, let's get started. Alright, so this is the Miner deck I'm going to be using today. It's Miner Poison with the Archer Queen and Ghost. The main version of Miner you'll be seeing is Miner Poison, but you can also see some Miner Rocket decks, and oh, I was hoping that connected. That'd been nice. But you also see Miner Rocket and some balloon decks with the Miner. So this is RG, so already not off to a good start. So the main premise of Miner Poison is basically to just cycle miners and poisons on tower. And you also want your Miner to kind of like tank for everything. And he has lightning, so yeah, this is over. So you want your Miner to tank for everything, while your like skeletons, spear goblins get damage on tower. So I'm gonna go for wall breakers here. Wall breakers here for some pressure, and I'm gonna get my Miner defense. You'll see me play Miner on defense sometimes. It just helps out a bit. It provides a pretty solid tank, while it's a pretty solid tank on defense and just soaks up a bit of damage. Okay, we're gonna take one RG shot. Yeah, one RG shot, thankfully. So we could go in for Wall Breaker's right side. He has his Evo Ghost, so I'm gonna go in for Barbell here and get a defensive Miner down here. I'm gonna get Skellies to surround this, and we got those thingies on tower. So now we have our Evil Royal Ghost to help out on defense. So I'm gonna go cycle at the back here, and then I'm gonna go in for Wall Breakers here, and then get like a Goblin Hut here. Okay, yeah. The Queen down here. Oh, and he has another one. So yeah, we just actually we could counter push here if we just hit the ability. I didn't do as much damage as I thought I was going to, and he still has a counter push on the right. My set gets on tower. Let's poison that. Get this down. Get Skellies down. I can get a Goblin Hut here and then Ghost here. We're going to take some damage, but I'm just going to go in for my Miner Evil Wall Breakers here, and he shouldn't have anything for this. Just go Poison here. He's going to log. But yeah, yeah, nice. We take a good win against RG. That's not an easy matchup, so that's good. Alright, here in our second match. Okay, let's get a Gob Hut down here. Okay. So the majority of the time, you want to be defending. Don't really want to be going in for over-aggressive pushes, because if you do that, you can just get punished really easily. So I'm going to get an Archer Queen down here, and Barbell here for this thingy. And Skellies down here. Yeah, we're gonna take one shot, but I can't go in for my wall breakers here since he just used arrows. Oh, and he has log too, because he has triple small spell. The Goblet down here. This is definitely winnable. I hate hyper bait with a burning passion. It's just so annoying how it's just every single second of the game, it's just spam, spam, spam. It's gonna miner at the back here because he definitely doesn't have tornado, and I can go in for a ghost here. I might have wanted to save that for the Valkyrie, but whatever. So I'm just gonna get a queen down here, and then a bar barrel on here. And we get one ghost shot, which is nice. And this queen is just gonna... I'm gonna just pop the ability. I'm gonna take some Dark Goblin shots, but that's fine. Doesn't do too much. He has Evo that. I thought he had Evo Skelly Barrel. I guess not. Okay. A little low on elixir here. So let's get a Royal Ghost here. Just splash on everything. And that ghost should just take care of that queen. Nice. He did just use log. So I'm going to go in for my miner here. And get a bar barrel down here. And I can get wall breakers down here too. Let's get a poison down on all this. That's a pretty nice poison. Get some of the skellies and the Dark Gob. Let's get a Goblin Hut down here. Now, a lot of the time you'll see me take a negative elixir trade on the poisons. That's mainly because I just... Stuff like Dark Goblins and... Firecrackers are a little bit hard to kill with this deck. So, I just like getting them off the board quickly. And we got a lot of value out of that Evo Ghost. So I'm just going to get a bar barrel down here. I'm just going to Royal Ghost here to take care of this Dark Goblin. Okay, he has the Inferno Tower. That's good to know. Let's get an Archer Queen down here. I'm not using the Archer Queen that much in this matchup, mainly because it gets a negative elixir trade against a lot of the stuff in his deck. So yeah, pop the ability here to take care of that. Okay, no, it's just gonna die. Okay, let's get a ghost here. That's gonna pop. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Okay, well he has another bush, so but I'm not worried about that because I can just get a bar barrel there, and that queen's gonna help. Nice, we get a ghost connection on the right. I'm going to hit the ability to take care of that. And I'm just going to get a poison down on all this. Let's get a Goblin Hut here. Let's get a Royal Ghost here. I needed to cycle back. Okay, let's go in for my Miner here and Wall Breaker. Oh, that was horrible. Okay, get poison here. He's probably going to get an Inferno down. No, he's just going to let those connect. And we're going to take a nice win. Wow, yeah. In our third and final match here, looks like this is going to be some bait player, so that's going to be fun. Let's look at a miner down here. Since it's bait, I don't think he has... Okay, yeah, he doesn't. Okay, let's get a poison down like here, and once that miner dies, it should take care of the Dark Goblin too. Yeah, that was a really nice value poison, and I can just get some skellies down here. And I'm gonna go wall breakers here. See what he has for them. Yeah, he has. Just goes in for the Goblin Gang. Okay, I'm gonna go Ghost here and Bar Barrel. The thing about the Ghost is it's nice that it provides an extra splash card in decks like these that typically don't have that many. Like another minor poison deck has the Ice Wizard, which is pretty nice to have, but the Royal Ghost just helps out because a bunch. Let's just go miner here and hit the ability here. Ooh, nice ability. And he's not gonna have the log for my wall breakers, so these will be force out a little bit from him. Okay, he defends for the Dark Goblin, but I'm fine with poisoning that. Yeah, let's get a bar barrel this side. He just sent out a naked barrel, Evo barrel. That's kind of not the best decision by him, if you ask me, because you always want something to tank for your barrel. Okay, I'm gonna go Ghost like here, and then like an Archer Queen like here. Nice, so it doesn't get a connection. Okay, and I'm gonna go Miner here, Wall Breakers. And then I'm gonna get a poison down on this. And this is probably gonna be a nice poison. Yeah, we get a double connection. And then, yeah, ability again, because, yeah, he goes in for the Goblin Gang, so he doesn't have a counter push. And he gets, like, two Goblin Gang shots. I'm totally fine with that. I'm gonna get a Goblin Hut down. Perfect time to Goblin Hut. Well, not really. Wow, he just wasted the log on nothing, so now I can go Miner Wall Breakers and then get a poison down on his Goblin Gang. Yeah. Yeah, that was so predictable. You're like, people are gonna say that like I sounded like Riley there, but no, that was just so predictable that he was gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go on Miner here, Royal Ghost. It's really nice that he's on a building because he can't just get bailed out by like an Inferno Tower or something, and he just gave up. That was a really nice game. Now it's time to make a Miner deck. So first of all, you need the Miner, of course. Miner decks are primarily defensive decks, but we are going to add a secondary win condition just to apply some pressure so he can't go in. So for this deck, the best thing for this is Wall Breakers, so we're going to add that. Okay, now we do need cycle cards, so I'm going to add Skellies. You also need an air card. So for my deck, I'm going to be using Ice Wizard. You could also use a Musketeer, Archer Queen, Little Prince, but I'm just using Ice Wiz because it's just a little bit more unique than the other ones. Now we need a building. Most of the time in Miner Poison decks, you'll be seeing Tesla or Goblin Hut. I'm going to be using Tesla because it adds some variety to the deck. Now we just need a mini tank and our spells. So for the mini tank, you can choose Royal Ghost if you have it evoed. You can choose Mighty Miner, Knight, Valkyrie. I'm going to go with the Mighty Miner because I like the Mighty Miner. Now for our spells. So for the big spell, you can choose either between Poison or Rocket. I'm making a Miner Poison deck, so I'm going to use Poison, but you can also make a Miner Rocket deck if you would prefer. If you are using Rocket, you don't want to go in for your Rockets until like double or triple Elixir, because you can just get punished really easily. Once he goes like Witch the back or Sparky, then you really don't want to be using Rockets at all. Also, if you're using Rocket, you want to take out the Wall Breakers and put in something like the Delivery, because what you lose with the Wall Breakers, you gain with the Rocket cycling in double and triple Elixir. So it just, and the Delivery adds a little bit on defense. And for our small spell, you can use either Bar Barrel or Log. I'm going to be using Bar Barrel. Now time for the Evos. You always want to be using Evo Wall Breakers, so I'm just going to go ahead and evolve those. And if you have Evo Royal Ghost in your deck, you also want to be using that as the Evo, but I don't have Evo Royal Ghost, so I'm going to be using Evo Tesla, because if you have Evo Tesla, 90% of the time you want to be using its Evo, because the normal version isn't the best by itself, so you want to be using Evo Tesla just for that extra pulse wave to take care of swarms. And that's my Miner guide. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps out a bunch. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.